Genetic engineering is a modern science. Unlike many other studies, it's still in its developing stages with high expectations for the future.
To put it short, it's the modification in an organism's genetic material or structure, also known as DNA, to make special beneficiaries or characteristics. Although genetic engineering is quite new, it's used for numerous reasons.
In this video, we will introduce you to two aspects of genetic engineering, gene therapy and transgenic animals. So let's begin. What is gene therapy? Simply put, it's the use of genes as medicine. In other words, it's a replacement of faulty genes with healthy transplant ones to cure a patient's disease or illness. Gene therapy can trace its roots back to the work of Charles Darwin and his book On the Origin of Species, published in 1859. In the recent years, it has become a rapidly forming field of medicine. Additionally, it could help save a person or put a stop in the continuation for future generations. Well, how is gene therapy performed? It mostly depends on the situation, but first the normal DNA is inserted into a cell and that is put back into the body in hopes that the cell will reproduce. The transformed cells will proliferate and produce enough normal genes for the entire body to be restored. One of the biggest parts of gene therapy is cancer, a gene's disease. Did you know that cancer strikes 1 in every 3 people born in developed countries? In 2012, new cases annually raised to more than 14 million. By 2015, deaths reached 8.8 million worldwide. That's a lot of people. Most medications only suppress it, meaning it just stores the cancer away. But using gene therapy, the cancer can be completely eradicated from one's body. Scientists have used gene therapy to repair a defective gene or introduce a normal copy of the gene into the affected tissue. This process can alter cells and change the immune reaction. If the normal gene spreads throughout the body, the operation is successful. There have been few treatment side effects from thousands of people around the globe. With gene therapy, it's possible to decrease or even eliminate cancer death and suffering for future generations. Another big topic would be cystic fibrosis. It is a metabolic inherited single gene disorder or mutation. This affects 300,000 Americans a year with death around age 30. To add 10 million Americans carry the gene, ensuring the disease will remain part of human biology for generations. But gene therapy could potentially bring this to a minimum. Cystic fibrosis is when there's excessive amounts of mucus in the lungs, digestive system, or other organs. It is due to the failure to produce a protein that helps the body to cleanse cells of chloride. This is caused by the mutation gene, cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance regulator, or CFTR. The regular gene will be inserted into a cell. It then can be sprayed into the nose or lungs. The patient's lifespan would be extended. It would also be less present in future generations. So even if someone is born with cystic fibrosis, they can still be cured. Gene therapy can also enhance technique to boost lung function dramatically. All in all, gene therapy is still in its experimental phase. It's working to correct color blindness and increase lifespan. At some point, X-rays may not be needed anymore, and nanotechnology along with biobots would take over medical sciences. Gene therapy is only one part of the huge idea of genetic engineering, and it shows how technologies have changed the way humans influence the traits or DNA of an organism.